glad that you could join us this evening for Always Never Now, the first reading of our first ever new play series, all completely live streamed. Inspired by social isolation, I created QTC to connect artists and audiences across the country, and the response has been amazing. I am so grateful for the support that we've received thus far. I'd like to issue a special thanks to this team's, this production's artists. Thank you so much to our playwright, Amy Bernstein, to our director, Rory Willits, our dramaturg, Elle Sullivan, that'd be my dog, and our actors, Susan Holliday, Surasri Das, and John Kovaleski and Audrey Brooks. You can find more individual info about each of them and their amazing work in the program, linked in the description box. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone who helped us fund our project on Kickstarter and support our first series, The Future Was Now. If you're interested in supporting this organization for future series and contributing to things such as artist stipends, technical updates, and other aspects of our live stream, you can find the link to our new fundraising platform, Ko-fi, where you get to buy a coffee for Quarantine Theater Company. You can find that in the description box as well. Instead of the usual, look for the emergency exits in the far corners of the theater, or turn off your cellular devices and other loud noisemakers so as not to disturb the actors, even though I recommend that you turn off your phones because you'll be able to enjoy it more, and we can all use a break from our phones sometimes. I would recommend it, but I'm not going to make that announcement. Instead, I'd just like to say to everyone, please stay safe. I know it can be really hard and is not possible for everyone with work and personal needs on the line, but Isabel, my dog, agrees that we should all wash our hands, practice social isolation, wear gloves, hand sanitize, and keep that bizarre 6-foot radius if you can. The last few weeks have been difficult, to say the least. Social isolation and tragic news reports continue to tear us further apart from each other. But luckily, with the many new technological advancements, we are able to connect virtually while the world is on pause. I hope that we can continue to connect creatively, artistically, and as people tonight in these live stream things. With that being said, please lean forward and engage with Amy Bernstein's Always Never Now.
Always Never Now by Amy Bernstein. Characters Beckett, Kennedy, Holland. All could wear military-style jumpsuits and heavy combat-style boots. A locked room from which there is no exit, ever. Beckett, Kennedy, Holland are on stage together, standing, no props.
We're going over the list again.
We just did it, Beckett.
We didn't just do it. It's been a while.
So we'll do it again, Holland.
Right now?
I thought we agreed to eliminate all words that refer to time, including now and a while.
Holland's right. No time words. So, we're doing the list.
All right. Kennedy?
It feels redundant.
We should also strike the word redundant in all its forms. We won't use it.
But we're bound to repeat ourselves. It seems unavoidable, especially as our vocabulary shrinks.
I don't think you're taking this seriously, Kennedy. Our instructions are to run through the checklist until...
No. Really?
And I think that will be facilitated.
Let's remove facilitate while we're at it.
Facilitate is a perfectly useful word, and you're missing the point.
No, I get it.
We all get it. We need to redefine the terms of our existence.
Exactly. We should focus on the big picture and stop thinking small.
Time is small, isn't it?
Time is a useless construct. We literally have no use for it.
Which is why it's incredibly stupid and a waste of...
Ah!
No, okay. Still work to do. Incredibly stupid to stay grounded in concepts that mean nothing to us.
If you spend all your life in a big city and you never see an aardvark, you have no reason to talk about aardvarks. So you might as well never utter the word aardvark.
That's what I'm saying.
Beckett is suddenly startled by the sight of an aardvark, which only Beckett sees.
But where's the harm? What if we treat time like an ancient civilization? It doesn't exist, but it's still fun to imagine.
We're getting off topic.
No, Beckett, there's no such thing as off topic. You're not seeing the big picture.
Oh, is this what it's going to be like? Arguing and arguing and arguing and arguing. Rawr! Like, what if our brainwaves start oscillating at the same frequency until we only need telepathy to communicate? If we communicate at all, and that would solve our vocabulary problem.
Kennedy, I think that's an excellent topic for discussion. There's a lot of food for thought there.
We're doing the checklist.
Oh, but we just did the checklist, Beckett.
Beckett, you're not evolving as quickly as Kennedy and I. That's a shame.
Kennedy is still using time words. I wouldn't call that evolved.
It was a joke.
Well, I didn't get it.
I guess you're not ready for telepathy.
Let's do the checklist.
You know, I never quite realized until now that this really is a thankless mission. I mean, we'll never be thanked by anybody for taking this on. We do the checklist, we check the trend lines, but we'll never hear, "Great work, everybody, good job, keep it up."
You've known that from the beginning, Kennedy.
When beginning meant something.
Yeah, but you still have to live through something before you really know it. Deep down, I mean.
If this is a pity party, count me out.
Under the circumstances, pity is pointless. I was going to say it's a waste of what, but I'm evolving.
Yeah. Okay, our only instruction is to do the checklist. I'm entitled to express myself any way I want. There's no rule or expectation about that.
There are no rules of any kind. And as we're in completely uncharted territory, there's no expectations either. It's all really quite freeing.
But there's still the checklist.
Oh my God, we all know about the checklist, Beckett. You sound like a death parrot.
Beckett is again startled by the vision of a parrot flying overhead, which only Beckett sees.
Once we successfully set aside time, we should think about setting aside emotions. All emotions. We don't need them. They don't get us anything or anywhere.
I see absolutely no need to rush to judgment on any of this.
Beckett, you might at least take a stab at consistency. Rush. is a time word.
A language is as fluid as time, you know. Whole words and phrases come and go between centuries. We bury and forget nouns that name objects we no longer recognize or need. Nobody knows what a cotton gin is, or snow broth, or an elf lock. We never relinquish the right to name ourselves or find new words to describe our journey, our altered state. So let's suppose we exist in a state of always, never now.
Always, never know.
Call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It just is. We just are.
You're beginning to philosophize, Becky. Maybe you are evolving after all.
I don't need you to tell me if I'm evolving or not. And if we're calling the state we're in anything, why not just ever present or here and now?
No. Boring.
Yeah, I like Holland's idea better. Always, never know. It sounds big.
Then it's settled.
Hold on. Are we going by majority rules or consensus?
Okay, maybe we shouldn't make any decisions. Nothing binding anyway. We just do whatever we want. If I want to pore over the minutiae of time and study its passage as if I were studying the ancient civilizations of Rome, I can do that. And I don't need permission from either of you.
Well, in that case, I say we exist in a state, a time, a place, a condition, what have you, called almost never now. So for me, that's settled. End of discussion. Good plan, Kennedy.
You're both jackasses, and I don't know how you ever got it into the program. Now, so, suppose
What?
I want to murder you, Holland. Would I need Kennedy's permission?
Hey, you can't just
Hey, you said we should do whatever we want. Suppose I want to murder Holland. Would you try and stop me?
Kennedy?
I'm thinking.
I believe in free will. In the state of almost never now, free will reigns supreme.
Says you.
Is that an objection,
All
Kennedy?
I want is to go my own way. Is that so hard to understand?
So explain to me, Kennedy, how you would commit murder in a place where there's no beginning, middle, or end to anything. Anything and everything.
I was just testing a theory. It's not polished.
So we take time out of the equation and we take all emotion out of the equation. How do we occupy space?
I think what you're asking is, what is our modus operandi?
You're both overthinking this. Why don't we just let the program unfold? Isn't that the point?
I think the point is, we're in test mode. We are the proof of concept.
The checklist. That's the source material for our proof.
So the murder thing. Looks like we're moving on. Go ahead.
Hold on. We can't do away with emotions. Time, yes. Feelings, no.
They'll only get in the way. You'll see.
Now, how would you know? You don't know what's best for me, for Holland, or for you. You're just covering up your own insecurity, aren't you? You are terrified of the unknown, and you're ashamed to admit it. Well, I'm sick of it.
You're making my point beautifully.
Look, it was my idea, scrapping emotions. Now, think about it, Kennedy. Do you want to be sick of Beckett forever?
What I don't want is either of you thinking you can boss me around or tell me how to behave. That was never a part of the deal.
This is getting us nowhere.
There's nowhere to get, Beckett. We can stand here and repeat this conversation for the next 3 million years, and it won't matter one bit, because by then, presumably, they'll have decided whether this test is a success or not.
Presumably. We won't know either way, will we?
I don't want to debate this for another 3 million years. Just get to the checklist.
As Beckett calls out items on the checklist, there is no visible means of recording results. It's all a mental exercise.
Number 1, hallucinations.
No change.
Thing.
Interesting.
Oh?
Are you, Beckett, experiencing hallucinations?
I saw
What?
an aardvark
When?
right after.
Here? The aardvark was here? What did it do?
Did it make a sound or just walk around? What?
Don't get excited. It was just a flicker, a 3-dimensional apparition. It was over in a flash.
Is Flash a time word?
We don't have a replacement for it yet, so let it go.
Also, a parrot.
So a pattern is emerging.
I wonder if Kennedy and I can flood your mind with images which you can see.
We'll create a full menagerie for you. Would that be fun?
Moving on. Number 2,
Uh,
religious thoughts.
Yeah, I still don't understand this question.
We've been over this list 89,646 times, and you have yet to give a cogent response on this one. Try harder.
I'm an existentialist now. I don't think that counts as a religious thought.
I am God.
That's your answer?
It is now.
Maybe you're hallucinating again.
I don't think so. Number 3, love for mankind.
Wait, I figured it out. I mean religious thought.
Finally. Only took you 89,000 tries, give or take.
Now, I am a Zen Buddhist, Jewish, Hindu, Zoroastrian, Episcopalian, Quaker Catholic believer.
That's not a thing.
There are no wrong answers to the checklist.
Technically, the question isn't asking you what faith you belong to, but if you're thinking religious thoughts.
Okay. Well, if you're God, then so am I.
Oh, hey! You can't both be God and I'm not. So, I'm an existentialist and I'm God. That makes perfect sense.
We'll see how your answers hold up when we're doing this for the millionth time.
Literally. It will be a millionth time. But that just blows my mind. We're turning a figure of speech into a reality. We're pioneers.
Existential pioneer.
Get over yourselves. Moving on. Number 3, love for mankind.
Irrelevant.
Same.
So we've achieved consensus on that one. Okay. Number 4, hearing music in your head.
Constantly.
Really?
Me too. I thought I was having a specific reaction.
What do you hear, Beckett?
Well, it depends. Sometimes Sid Vicious, other times Cyndi Lauper or Beethoven. One time, Blind Willie Nelson, but only that once.
Are you making this up?
I hear what I hear, Kennedy. Stop trying to tie everything up in a neat little bow. What do you hear?
I hear a fierce wind whistling through trees, wavering between 2 minor keys, B and F.
You can't lie on the checklist. That's not music.
It is to me. Next.
Wait. Kennedy, what music are you hearing?
Well, silence. I hear the music of silence.
Silence isn't music.
If the wind in the trees is music, why can't silence be music?
It's okay, Kennedy. You don't hear any music, and this isn't a contest.
No music for Kennedy. Okay then. Number 5, claustrophobia.
Beckett stretches their arms out, side to side.
There's plenty of room in here.
Claustrophobia isn't about how much room you have.
I still think it's a stupid question.
As long as I don't look at the door, don't look up, never look from one wall to the other, I'm fine. I just have to stare at the two of you.
My distance vision is failing, so I can only see what's right in front of me.
Do you mean that if I go over here,
Walks to the far side of the room.
you can't see me?
You're just a blur. You could be Holland. I can't tell.
Oh, you're lucky, Kennedy.
Number 6.
Let's live dangerously and skip to the end, all the way to question 756,000. Huh?
You know we can't do that.
What would you rather do instead, Kennedy?
Feel the wind in my hair, stare up at the sun, eat a lamb chop, and feel a baby in my arms, and then just do all these incredible...
We agreed not to.
It's a very bad idea.
Beckett begins doing vigorous jumping jacks. Kennedy Holland follows suit.
I think we should revisit the vocabulary restrictions. Time has its uses at a purely theoretical level. Present, past, future tense. We haven't found a way around it.
I'll take that on as a special project.
I suppose we each take on a special project.
Of considerable duration, for lack of a better word.
Well, require half a millennium, maybe more.
That sounds about right. I might need that much time to figure out what it is that I really want.
Procrastination is finally a virtue. We can put off any task we like for as long as we like and still get it done. In the end,
As officially, there is no end.
deep knee bends.
Together they switch from jumping jacks to deep knee bends, arms held straight in front.
Time is not time. We are time. We have taken time's place.
They continue to exercise.
Run in place.
Oh,
They switch from deep knee bends to vigorously running in place. On cue, together, without speaking, they perform an organized running circuit around the stage.
Physical.
They lie on their backs, feet pedaling in the air. They stop in unison. They sit up, still on the floor.
who will I be? 7 million years from now?
The better question is, what will you be? What will any of us be?
They expected this, you know. They expected us to ask these questions.
We all got the same briefing, Beckett.
How long? Really? Before we know if we're successful? They never told us, did they?
It's a closed system, don't you see? In our altered state, they would enable us to live forever, and then whenever they decide what forever is, when forever is, then all of humanity will follow in our path.
Holland stands.
Time is not time. We are time. We have taken time's place. Forever is a time word, and I say we stop using it. It's obsolete. Like the cotton gin.
But what if they forget all about us? What if they forget about the test? We'll become like the Egyptian pyramids, buried under layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of not sand, but time. Rediscovered, perhaps, after eons have passed, and by then, what
Memory
then?
is. Time is. Thoughts are. I am.
Beckett stands.
Who, what, where, when, why? Stop! Stop forgetting. Stop knowing. Stop wondering. Stop pushing against walls that no longer exist. In here, we are freed from every condition that defines life.
No hunger.
no thirst.
No.
Oh, death, where is thy sting?
I want for nothing. I am everything and nothing. I am God.
Kennedy stands.
I am God.
Lord and Master.
Of all I survey.
I am without sin.
I am original.
I am unable to see past my hand.
The music in my head is fast and loud. Can't you hear it?
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama! My quest to perfect our language is underway. Words are all we have.
Number 6. We're still on number 6. We have a long way to go.
Not really. Question 756,000 is so close. I can almost reach out and touch it.
Number 6. What does eternity?
What does eternity?
What does eternity
Mean to you?
to you?
The three look at one another. Look away. Look at one another. End play.